Check.
What everyone voice carries. That's nice. All right, so
Check it out.
Check it out. 1, 2, 3. Yo. What up, folks?
What's happening, everybody?
Really good. Yo, you tune into the flyest nerds in the world. You heard this is the Fly Nerd Group podcast. We are here. We're back. It's another fresh week of the Fly Nerd Edition. Got the whole cast here with us today. I am one of the illustrious hosts, Cosmo Galactus, tuning in.
It's your boy, always broadcasting from the multiverse at all times to every platform possible. Coach E Soul Stuff.
Right.
And your friendly neighborhood legendary Corey Green's here.
Legendary.
All might champion of everyday people, Chauncey Woodson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. We gonna get live in these podcasts more, man. Man, we gotta bring that studio energy back, man.
Yes, sir.
For real, man.
Let's do.
So man, well, how y'all been?
Been alright, man. I mean, can't complain, man. Just been chillaxing. Like to talk about off camera. We watched that Flash a little bit, gave it a little second viewing, see how I really feel about it.
So how you feel about it? I rewatched it too.
Honestly, bro, I mean, basically all it is DC's answer to Back to the Future. And the only thing that's all it is.
It's DC answer to Back to the Future. What set up Back to the Future?
Well, besides the whole referencing of Back to the Future throughout the movie, what have you, it just has those similar beats to, Michael J. Fox sometimes interacting with, Doc Brown, a.k.a. Michael Keaton, or, interacting with his younger self, which he technically shouldn't be doing, but he's doing it anyway.
Hey, he was
totally effing it up.
He was touching everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
I mean, Homer went back in time and just to beat up a toaster.
Right.
And he changed everything. He changed everything.
I came back 3D.
I rewatched it, I only seen it one time. I thought it was a pretty decent movie, but it has problems. I don't think it's bad. I think it's a solid B in general.
In other words, that PS2 CGI.
Yeah. The PS2 CGI, he ain't lying.
Chunk Barry is just not a good look. Like you can't Barry has never been as chumpy as they portrayed him in like even on the damn Flash show. That Barry is confident.
Yeah,
That's why he makes decisions. He's confident in like he knows this is what I can do, this is what I can't do, and he goes about it like that because that's the way Barry has always been. Barry's rookie period, he didn't have a rookie period because he came in a seasoned police forensic thing guy. So so for him the power was just a step up. So I don't like this iteration of Barry, this unsure Barry. Does comic book and TV show Barry make mistakes? Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. But that's what it's about. Them making a mistake and then figuring it out and learning from it. Right. I just kind of felt like they put this Ezra's character in a perpetual
way too much of a goofball.
Yeah.
I have a big problem with that too. Like you said, Barry is not like socially adept and a freaking weirdo and can't talk to girls and can't socialize with regular people and
exactly.
You got some cheese, need some more cheese. Like, dude, what are you talking about? Why are you making like an idiot out of Steve Urkel? What are you doing? That's not Barry at all.
When he touched Wonder Woman rope, that joke was like, yeah, I'm a virgin, I ain't never had sex before. I was like, dude, that was sounding a little unnecessary.
They're making him a cornball. That's not how he is. You're going too far. If he is a little nerdy like that, he doesn't go lean that hard in that geek realm like that. I do not like the cinematic approach to Barry. The TV show and the comics handled that character way better. It was one of my major gripes I've had in the beginning of that thing.
Because Barry is someone who Bruce goes to. Bruce, to me, I would have appreciated even if he had just met Batman, for him to have had the intellect for Batman to like, you're like me on this stuff.
Right.
We are intellectual, on the same intellectual level, because Barry is on the Batman level when it comes to crime solving and being a detective.
Right.
And that's what I want. I want confident Barry. I wanted Flash to be confident. Even Wally is confident.
Right.
Like, you know,
Don't make them 80s nerdy, geeky, and weird. And
yeah,
stuff
it's like that, to me it was unnecessary. It didn't advance the character at all. It didn't make the character any more compelling. In fact, even him having spent X amount of time post Justice League as the Flash, he should have evolved some on his own.
Exactly.
There was no evolution. He was the exact same place. Like, you just saved the world from Darkseid. Or whatever it was they were doing. From Darkseid.
Darkseid?
In Justice League. Like, so in that time, you gained no confidence, no experience, no...
Why are they cleanup guy?
Nothing. Yeah, why are you the cleanup guy? Like, it makes no sense, and I just didn't like it. And to me, for that portrayal, that brought down the enjoying the movie outside of the other flaws that were there, plus the no Flash film. I'm sorry, he deserved to have his own film.
And I like the film, and I told you what you shot.
Yeah, they should not have retread Zod. We did not need to see Zod again. Zod served no purpose.
Right.
There was no purpose for that. So
I like Michael Shannon's side, but it's like, nah, I'll agree with you, Sean. It should have been more of a, Flash film. They could have had anybody outside of Zoom if they wanted to.
I mean, to me, they could have done Zoom. Zoom doesn't require that much set. You know how you introduce Zoom? In the first 15 minutes of the movie.
Right.
Like they do any other time. Any other time they want to introduce an element, they set aside this portion of the film to get to do that, and then bam. Because we don't need like a whole film of him versus Zoom to set up Zoom.
Right.
Like we didn't need that. To me, 15 minutes of full screen time on Zoom's origin would have been enough. Because then you could just immediately go into the Flashpoint story that they unfortunately bastardized for this.
And I got one more gripe too.
What up?
Like the multiverse stuff, it was cool to see, but it had no bearing on the story. And I'm like, if you're gonna do that stuff, don't punk around and
Yeah, they
don't punk around with the dope full.
They displayed it as a showcase.
I mean, that's fine. It's a showcase, but it added to the story.
But it
It
didn't-
fan service.
Right.
Yeah, it was as important to this film as Indiana Jones was to the first movie. Not really. If you think about the first Indiana Jones movie for a second, they would have opened the thing anyway. The Nazis would have died regardless.
Facts.
Yeah.
All he did was delay it.
Yeah.
I was like, if they just gonna have them open it, then what was the point of all the adventure?
Right. So I rewatched it just to see how I felt about it, and I feel the same, man. I mean, I was really rooting Batman cold, and I have my second opinion about Ben Affleck's Batman, bro.
Okay.
He probably is one of my favorite Batman.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
And the suit was off the chain.
Yeah, that suit was off the chain, and just how he carries himself.
Top three.
And that's Dark Knight Batman. That's fist to cuff. I'm gonna beat you till I'm tired. That's Batman, bro. And I like. It's too bad we're not gonna see the Ben Affleck movie.
And then they put.
But Batman was the strongest character, in my opinion. Just watching this shit now.
Once again, them leaning on the bat.
Yeah, and that's the problem because I was like, this should have just been a Batman movie.
Lean on the cash.
But y'all right. I did not like the portrayal of Barry. I even asked questions like I didn't know he was this like weird. Like I didn't know he was like all geeky. Like nothing wrong. We are the fly nerd groups, but we are the fly ones.
Right.
He's supposed to be a fly nerd himself, and he wasn't that fly up in here. Neither version of him, you know what I mean? It was two Barrys in here. Neither version was the version that I'm accustomed to reading in the comics and even watching the show, like you said. So that was my problem. Zod should have been a villain. I would appreciate. You could have brought Supergirl out, but it could have been for something else, man. I think Flash should have had his own villain or something up in there.
I thought she was dope.
I think she was awesome. Like that scene when she blocked. I seen it again. I didn't know she was blocking an actual bullet and pushing the gun back. Like that's tough. That was a tough scene. Yeah, that was a real tough scene. So Supergirl was dope. But what was wrong with Henry Cavill?
That's what I've been saying. That's my biggest gripe.
What was wrong with Henry Cavill? I mean, let's just be fair. I mean, you put him in the hall, in the memory hall of fame, whatever the multiverse thing.
I would like a cameo from the beginning. Out the straight.
Yeah, what was wrong with Cavill? Wonder Woman was in it, you know.
They had like a Trinity.
And there's a cutscene, a very horrible cutscene with Aquaman. That cutscene is horrible. God damn. That's my biggest gripe. You made me watch this goddamn movie.
Another nothing burger after credit scene.
It's nothing burger.
Extra cheese.
Extra cheese sauce.
Because that's unfortunately where they are in this. And if this is the lead in, like I'm not gonna, like, one of our compatriots, I'm not putting this on James Gunn's shoulders, but this is not. This is, if this was the lead-in that he claimed it was going to be to his world, this is not. This is not.
Well, I think
because you in the movie with George Clooney Batman. Are you serious?
I think
legit pissed and cussing in theater. It's like, what is this?
He gonna have to retcon that.
Bobbleheaded?
I think the fact of the matter is that the Flash canceled everything out. He keep canceling stuff because he keep trying to fix shit. Right. And he shouldn't have fixed anything. You should let. This is a lesson. Sometimes you gotta let things be.
That's the one thing I think the movie did right.
You know what I mean? You gotta let things be the way it be. Keep going back in time. All right, the Back to the Future stuff. And you. Walking around. Yeah, come back 3D. Look like a sphere.
Right. They end up here constantly talking about telling Bruce, he's like, I can say your parents' super. It's like, I'm good.
I'm good. Man. All right. We ain't playing these games here.
I am who I am for a reason. I need you to think about stuff.
Regular Barry knows the consequences.
Right.
Like, he's always like, he knows, like, I shouldn't fuck with this, and if I do, I have to only fuck with it to this degree. Now, for Flashpoint, it got out of his control.
Yeah.
Mainly because Zoom was fucking with it.
Oh yeah.
But still, it was still Barry's fault. Like, because that was the great reveal at the end of Flashpoint. He's like, oh no, you did this. No, you did, sir. You. I didn't know none of this story. I just reaped the benefits.
Saying about you fuck up.
Right, you fucked up, and you fucked up. I was playing around, man. He was like, oh, I got a whole thing to play with now. Thanks, Barry. But yeah, they made Barry so I hope it is the cancel out and jump on, because it unfortunately, because Gunn has said in press junkets and other interviews that this is a lead-in to his world. So this is not a good lead-in.
It's not.
So I hope he does retcon it in some way, or
if you're gonna continue from that film, it's not gonna make sense. So I hope he just retcon and say, hey, something happened,
or just not acknowledge.
Yeah. One thing I can say.
Just keep on going.
One thing I can say, though, and I have come to this with Sean, so I'm gonna talk to you about it. I think I might have. I don't like ever as Barry Allen's the Flash. So he's my least favorite Flash actor.
I agree.
I do have to say, he's, for me, in the middle towards the end, he did a good job playing two characters and kind of carrying the movie.
I
have to give him props for that.
I give him those props, and that's the props I give him.
That's the props I have to give.
But other than that, that's all I'm giving him, because I mean, he did clear up that running issue that we had.
You think?
Way running crazy.
Like this whole thing.
I never liked that way of running. It's a damn shame. The speech from the Eternals is a way better speech to running.
McCarthy from the Eternals. Quicksilver from Quicksilver in Avengers Age of Ultron.
That's the Eternals. See what I'm talking about? That's a damn shame.
Yikes.
Yeah, so there was no reason for the Flash to have a horrible running style ever. I mean, they got it right with John Wesley Shipp in 1989. He ran fine.
Dude, the TV show. And the TV show.
And Grant Gustin. Yeah, sure.
Warner Bros. Get it together.
There's the message.
So it's supposed to be the rest in peace for the Snyderverse, so we're going to just say rest in peace for
it's not, and it's not advanced. Just let it go.
Let it go.
It's not
We don't need no more
Let it go.
Snyder cuts, no air cuts, Suicide Squad. None of that.
They said that's on the deck.
I like stuff. I'm telling you, no, let it go. It's not happening.
It's on the deck. So all right. So moving right along, man. Before we get started to the actual podcast, there are so many rest in pieces.
Man, bro.
There's so many deaths that's been happening with celebrities and people.
Yeah, that one out. Paul Ruebens.
Yeah,
Paul Rubin. Let's kick it off with Paul Rubin.
Man.
Rest in peace, Paul Rubin. Rest in peace, Magoo.
Bob Barker.
Rest in peace,
Rest
Bob
in peace.
Barker.
Terry Funk.
Terry Funk.
And Bray Wyatt.
And Bray Wyatt.
Back-to-back days.
Yeah.
The lady that was the voice.
Arleen Sorkin.
Arleen Sorkin, the original Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Jeesh. Hey, Mr. J.
Thanks, Mr. J.
Yo, for all of us who are wrestlers, whatever, what would you recall would be like your favorite Terry Funk and or Bray Wyatt moment?
I was more familiar with Funk just because I watched wrestling more in the old days and I have the later stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was Funk. What was it? Was it Funk and JYD?
Okay.
Towards the end of Junkyard Dog, but you know how Funk he was in that weird in between as that original WWF cast started to fade. So they was like, and then like some of the jobbers were still there, a lot of big names was gone, and he was kind of in that weird like Hulk Hogan to nobody, back to Hulk Hogan popularity area. But I believe it was him and Junkyard Dog that they had a pretty memorable fight because he was just always kind of like. He reminded me of Jake the Snake in his appearance, but he was always he had such a heelish fight style, but he was never really painted as a heel fully.
Right. He was like basically like what Cody Rhodes had said during the memorial service as that cowboy, and as we're seeing right here, this is probably. Big
Cactus Jack. Get it right.
This is probably like my favorite rendition of Funk because him and Cactus Jack threw down.
Yeah.
ECW.
Yeah.
It was New Japan.
Yeah.
They told out.
They put on the show.
Yeah.
And if y'all know Cactus Jack or Mick Foley or Mankind, whoever he is, this is hardcore. They're the creators of hardcore matches. I mean, Bob Wire, 2x4, chairs, nails, bomb, they have bomb matches.
I saw that
Fire, like all types of shit, man. All the dangerous. Like if you wanna take it back to the backyard wrestling,
yes,
that's the culture.
Right?
You know what I mean? That's that culture. So, you know, yeah, it's legendary shit right here. You know what I mean? Legendary dude.
back when his hair was super long, y'all.
Oh yeah.
He always like he was about to go play bass for Van Halen.
Mankind or Mick Foley is a generous and a kind person. Bro.
Yeah.
Like, I never met a person that's so kind, dude. After he got thrown off, his brain should be rattled. But he's super kind, bro. He's still ticking, he's still kind. So you gotta appreciate the legends while they're still here.
A lot of these wrestlers are nicer people than we realize. You know, John Cena has the all-time record for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He has responded to the most Make-A-Wishes.
Oh wow!
He is way up there.
That's dope.
Like if he has time in his schedule, he makes make-up. Like when he travels, he like looks to see if he can make fulfill a wish.
Right.
It's pretty dope about it.
And like when you speak about kindness or whatever too, you are right. Majority of like some of these pro wrestlers, along with like people like in the horror industry, whatever like that, are the nicest, kindest people. And from what we're watching here, they get no nicer and kinder than Wyndham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt. And short little history. Wyndham Rotunda is the son of Mike Rotunda, aka Erwin R. Schweitzer from back in the Federal.
I never knew.
That's
Never knew.
This is a kid.
What a great name.
Barry Windham is his godfather. Barry Windham from Four Horsemen fame. So he's got a lot of wrestling blood in his history, man. And the beauty about what Wyndham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt, brings is that he made a character that had like an eerie energy. So like that Undertaker, but not. And he made it into his own thing. So it was like he was like part Max Cady from Cape Fear, part Charles Manson, and just put it in a nice little blender.
Cena has some epic moments.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of his greatest rivalries too. Him and John Cena. Like him and John Cena.
I'm glad, man. B Cena ass, bro. I like him too. He a good guy, but man, they used to put. He was the champion every goddamn time I watched Raw. Here comes Cena again. Shout out to Bumpy Knuckles.
Yeah.
Right.
And
MOP.
like, him, Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, as most wrestling fans know him as, that was another great rivalry.
They was a triple. It was what was they?
He was in a tag team.
No, it was young Bray Wyatt. Yeah.
It's called the Wyatt family.
Right.
And the other two guys here, Luke Harper, who sadly isn't with us either, and like the other guy with the red
They
beard.
have an Appalachian thing going. They
Yeah,
look
man.
like mountain people.
Yeah, man. But them, along with the Shield, they probably had one of the greatest rivalries ever. And it's like him versus Roman Reigns, or him versus Seth Rollins.
That's a sick.
That's how I remember body.
That's a nice line right there.
Yeah,
You
man.
find me look up in the sky, oh, the buzzard. That means he's a trail of dead. That's pretty intimidating.
And that's what was awesome about the characters, just the lines he was delivering.
So did he top the Undertaker? Well, did he ever because the Undertaker's retiring, right? Or
Yeah.
he was in that phase of retiring.
Basically, from post Undertaker retiring, him and Undertaker kind of shared a moment in the ring, which was like a pseudo passing of the torch.
Okay.
And then, based off that, but due to health
Whoop
complications.
David Bryan ass too.
Him too, dog?
Yeah, man. He was always a little champion too. Always, well,
He wasn't bad as
got too much drive and heart.
His real voice is not gonna sound like that for real.
You don't like driving hard cars?
Nah, man. He was always a champion. I'm tired.
Now he's a wrestler with a high pitched voice.
But no, Wyatt basically was kind of like that next entity or whatever, right here with the Fiend, which was more of his horror style type of thing. He would just change into these different renditions, kind of like what Taker did, almost. But again, it's his own thing. It's not him.
Not mimicking and taking. Right.
It's inspired by mimickers too.
Yeah, right.
You can be inspired by something.
Right.
Yeah.
It's still his own thing.
If I was me, I would have put them on the team together. Like, y'all just build a little faction of dead niggas. Well, not niggas, but.
But due to kind of health complications, aka COVID, which kind of affected his
Yeah.
It's internal.
Mm.
It caused him to have amplified issues with his heart. And then that's when, sadly, a couple of days ago, he passed away at the age of 36 from cardiac arrest.
Oh, wow.
But the thing about it is that you will not hear one person, man or woman, in that WWE locker room speak bad. They've said nothing but great things, alive and so on. It's like they love this dude for real.
That's dope.
That's real dope.
And what's cool about it is that WWE said from this point forward, any merchandise or whatever like that is going straight to his family.
Nice.
So, wife, kids, they're getting taken care of.
Nice.
And, they had beautiful tribute on Friday Night SmackDown with the last remaining Wyatt members, along with the rest of the locker room.
Okay.
Good stuff, man. So, rest in peace, Wendell Sunday, aka Bray Wyatt. Thanks for those creepy, eerie, crazy memories.
We appreciate all of that, man. We appreciate all of that, man. So, yeah, man. So many RIPs. Like I said, Magoo. Rest in peace, that guy.
Magoo, man.
Yeah.
Albums, man. Yes.
Paul Ruebens, T.V. Herman.
Big adventure.
Yeah, Pee-wee's Big Adventure is still an amazing movie.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I haven't.
It holds up very well.
Yeah, and the stand-up that got him to Pee-wee's Playhouse, he set up those elaborate sets that mentioned when he was still just performing for adults. That's good comedy.
Yeah.
In the 80s, because it's him being wild.
Right.
The comedy still had no rules in it. It was people were still creating.
Yeah.
And that's I hate that. I feel like things have gotten so formulaic. Like, because I just feel like the 80s was stand up and 90s, like, it was no rules.
Yeah.
Like, you could just kind of do and say.
Mostly what you
or,
can do.
Mostly what you can do. No, yeah, you could,
But now you're right. It's just have to be in this little box. It's not there. All
Like,
hell breaks.
gone days where you had like Andrew Dice Clay, Sam Kinison, Rick Duperman, even like, of course, some of our classics, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy before he got wore down, Red Fox.
Eddie Murphy watered himself down.
Eddie Murphy watered himself down. Yeah, dude, that's just down the line, just rawness. I mean, Red Fox is one of my favorite. Bro. Like he's uncut raw with it, dude. Like even I took some of that personality on the rhyming side, because I mean, like he cold, man.
Yeah.
He cold. He's really dope at his craft. So
And even like somebody like say like Sinbad who didn't even curse last article.
he still was the master though, because he didn't curse, but he had great jokes, bro.
It's
Stand up.
it's Mike Tyson people. Yeah, it's Mike Tyson. That's still his sweet.
Yeah.
The one that always give me him with him though is ordering McDonald's. Talking about how you gotta drink a shake.
Cheeseburger
And like,
Coke.
right, cheeseburger Coke, cheeseburger Coke. And talking about how you gotta drink a shake and you gotta suck on the straw so hard that veins start
Yo, I remember that shit. So now, man, shout out to rest in peace comedy, man. What happened to black comedy? Shit. Let's move on. So, Corey Green was a part of Exposition. Exposition. A weekend ago, it was the Fan Expo. Corey was one of the representatives. We always there. I mean, don't get it. I'm just putting you on. I'm just fucking with you, Corey. But we always there. We all attended. It was a cool little shindig on my behalf. Came up Las Vegas. But other than that, it was cool seeing the guys out. We was out flying Nerd deep. But I wanted to discuss some of the things about these conventions, because I had a few people ask me about the Fan Expo and in comparison to like the C2E2 and stuff like that.
Right.
And what's the difference of going to see either or? Because my friend was really, I was going to take my son. He really wanted to go, but he was telling them like, nah, this may not be the one that you thinking. You know what I mean? Like, it may not be that one.
To me, it was a good one.
I think if you were a kid and you were a fan, you would probably.
Yeah, I feel like this was more of a convention where you could go as a fan. You could find there was a adequate amount of shops on all sides, comic and like all the interests. I think got represented. You can do your back issue hunting, you can do your graphic novel hunting, you can do your unique item hunting, you can get your stuff signed, you can meet the celebrities. It wasn't too crowded. It was just enough people to kind of be like, oh, this section too crowded, but you go over to another one and it's completely empty. I like the feel the flow of it. I got to talk to people, so I kind of felt, to me, this was more enjoyable than my last C2E2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I last was C2E2, the walk around was cool. Seeing the people in the costumes was cool, but it was just not. I don't know. It just didn't feel. It had a weird energy about it, where I felt like this was the Fan Expo and it was really for the fans.
Okay.
And that's my caveat. The show took a while to me to get here, because at one point, especially when Wizard World was going, out the window, it was pretty much turning to like a kind of swap meet, and I didn't want it to be that way.
You talk about the Fan Expo?
When they took over from Wizard World, the show was kind of turning more of a almost semi like flea market-esque stuff, with over a few panels. And I kind of didn't want that. I wanted a full convention experience where you have like your celebrities, you can get your comic books, you meet your artists, and you meet your writers, the events and whatnot. And the stuff they had, I just wasn't very happy with. Last year wasn't crazy. This year will seem like as a fan to be a better show, well rounded. For me, the game stuff needs to still be handled better, because every game is not Smash Brothers.
Right.
I'm tired of Smash Brothers.
Yeah, they had Smash Brothers on
Yeah,
that.
one big second for Smash
But
Brothers.
they didn't have Tekken, they didn't have Street Fighter.
One booth had it. Somebody in the army booth. That's Street Fighter. That's Street Fighter 5.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
That
yo,
was,
it's just 2023. It is now August. Y'all got Street Fighter 6. What's going on?
They didn't have the PS5 to spin
That's
around.
not an excuse. So yeah, I as a fan, and although this show really leans towards celebrities and kind of fan culture, where C2E2 is kind of a little bit of everything, especially comics. I still want the show still lean toward comics, but that's just me. But I think if you talk to more fans, you probably get a lot of positive reception out of it. At least to me, what I've seen so far. Going as a fan, it seemed like a better experience. I don't know what the panels were like. I don't know if you saw any panels. Saw what the panels look like.
Nah, I was just walking up to
But for me, a concept, a full range of experience, and not lean toward one thing or the other. But that's just my spiel.
So when I went, it's kind of like everything you guys said, and I usually compare it to C2E2. To me, C2E2 would be like the top machismo. In Chicago, you know, I know there's the New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con. Those that's like a Super Bowl and shit. So, you know, C2E2, compare it. This one, it was, I'd say it was more celebrity driven, man. I mean, you know, I just seen
That
people.
leans towards that. Yeah.
Michael J. Fox was there. Doc Brown, the whole cast, Back to the Future reunion was there, bro, and the Lost Boys reunion. So like it was celebrity deep, and if you really was into these movies and these characters and these actors, then yeah, people was really there.
Oh, and Shameik Moore was there.
And Shameik Moore was there.
Yeah.
What's the name from what we doing now? Right behind me, Guillermo. Back there, put Guillermo. I got turned around like Guillermo, and he's like, look at me. I'm like,
Love it. So I mean, yeah, it's really celebrity driven, and not to say there's not celebrities in the C2E2 or other Comic Cons as well. But this is just like I would say it's kind of like one of the main focuses.
Yeah, you'll see where the show gears towards, because like it really pushes that and promotes that. That's a difference in the show between this show and C2E2 and maybe other ones.
Mm. So I mean, I'll be the choice. You know, it is what it is. We will be attending all of this shit, so it don't matter what it is, but just know where your money is going. You know what I mean? Just know where your money going. But like Sean said, you can still go and do your back issues. You can still do your comics. You can still, I found figures. You know, you still find stuff, vendors and shirts and all types of knickknacks.
yeah, I bought a couple of T-shirts, a gaming book or two. So you know, I did some.
And y'all need to do that and support, man. Support these artists, man. Support these guys that's
Especially your local.
yeah, your local
Don't
ones.
you like, you know, buy and pay for it, especially like all these movies and whatnot. Buy some of those, talk to the writers and artists on this stuff.
Yeah, man. Talk to the artists, talk to the folks, talk to the people.
And treat them like people. They like that.
Yes.
Treat them like people.
Yeah.
All of them. Treat them like people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're moving on. Shit. Moving on. Shit. It's hard as hell.
Yeah, I got the incredible time. My wife Lori got tickets to the Force tour.
Shout out to Lori.
Shout out to Lori, love you, baby. It was an awesome show, like man, and I swear, the Black Dog should have got the biggest check of the night. He was everybody's hype man.
So
Everybody's hype.
let's break this down. This is LL Cool J, the Force.
Yep, the Force tour. It was Common, Dougie Fresh. Yep, it was here at the United Center. It was Common, Dougie Fresh, Slick Rick, Rakim, Bone Thugs and Harmony, LL Cool J with the Roots as the backing band.
For everyone.
Yeah, the entirety of the Roots was there. Questlove on drum, DJ Jazzy Jeff was the DJ.
Oh man.
It was a night full of legends, and let me tell you, seeing there you go. Yep. It was a night of legends. It was such a phenomenal
They
night.
wearing that shiny ass shirt.
Man.
And performance, man.
Well,
Maybe all of the extras.
So yeah, I love LL because he be doing the women songs tough as hell and shit. He touching everything like a jelly bean. Oh man, I didn't see that, but actually I wanted to see that just because the dynamics of LL Cool J is a dope performer. I'm joking, but no, I've seen him perform before, and he's actually a very dope performer, very energetic and very powerful with his bars, bro. So with him and Black Thought on the back, man, that shit probably would have been cold as hell, man.
but I will tell you, no one rocked harder though. Even though LL is the highlight of the night, he came out twice.
Yeah.
Both his sets was dope. The way the crowd responded to Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick doing Lottie Dottie live, seeing Lottie Dottie get performed live
Oh, wow.
is a thing. It's an experience. Same with having Bone do Crossroads, dude.
Live?
The whole crowd.
Yeah, all bone.
Everyone was there. You know Chicago love Bone.
Gotta love it.
And just to hear the music drop off, you can hear the whole crowd. I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. The whole crowd, the entire crowd. And then when they did For the Love of Money, the crowd. Yeah. So you heard the whole crowd standing on the corner straight
Slanging rocks. Oh shit.
Here come the motherfucking cops,
so I ran.
and whole crowd.
Making sure the popos don't see me.
Whole
Nah.
Whole crowd, man. It was a show. Everyone killed. There was not one wax set.
Not one?
Not one wax set. The only disappointment I had is that Common was there, and when Black Thought and when they was handling like some of the transition music, they started doing hip hop and Love of My Life, and Common didn't come out and do his verse. That's my only disappointment. When I heard the I was like, I was like, so I was waiting. I was like, Common's gonna come out, right?
Rakim was in?
Yeah, Rakim was there. Black Thought was the great hype man for Rakim.
Ooh, that's amazing. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I wanted to hear some of those dynamics.
Yeah.
I want to hear definitely those dynamics because, Black Thought is a very dangerous motherfucker, dude. He know everybody's verse now. He's like,
really?
He like tag
There you go, right there. Yeah.
Taskmaster.
I guarantee you, this was a feed in the microphone. I remember, this was a microphone feed.
Wow.
So Black Thought was the type man. You see how you doing? Yeah. You can just see tell you know.
Yeah.
You can just tell you know.
I got
Taskmaster.
I got to that thing, man. I've never seen him in concert.
Woo!
So,
Man, you missed it. I seen them when they first started. Dude, I seen them. It was House Blues, and they got 2 speakers on top, right? 2 speakers.
yeah, man, same look.
Oh yeah.
Because I was at the show there. Go, yes, I was there. I was
Yeah,
there.
about 50.
Yeah.
So,
The outfit was the open act.
Yeah. So they both still on both speakers. Now both speakers, they rapping. I forgot what song. Maybe Rock Wild, whatever.
No, they did Rock Wild in the stage where they walked to each other. Remember?
Okay, so that must have been something. They was jumping into the crowd so many times that night. They jumped in the crowd 4 times, bro.
Wow. Yeah.
Like every song they jumping, and this one Method Man used to walk on people. So he used to, dude, he'll walk on
And
people.
people could
People hold his foot, and he's literally walking on the crowd. I'll show you the photo.
Yes.
All people. I said people.
Just one time.
You see Method Man walking, you want to either step away or someone's going to hold him up. I don't know how it works. He walked from people.
Wow.
Let me look it up. Let me see Method Man. Crowd walking. Let me look it up, man. But that was the first time I seen Red. And they still put on a dope show.
I'm sure they do.
You know what I mean? Today, so.
Yeah, because when they did Rock Wild, they was off the speakers still on opposite sides. They did the
Okay, cool. And then they met.
Yeah, they met in the
Okay.
sensor. Cause that's when Red jumped off again.
Right, yeah, Red was jumping crazy, man. I'm like, he was on something. I think I saw him earlier that morning. I mean, not that morning, but that show. I was standing outside, and it was this dude with this big hoodie, this big fur hood on. And he was like, $1.50. He kept saying, $1.50, $1.50. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga keep saying $1.50? I turn around, and you know Redman by his mouth, like he's smiling and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's Redman. And he walked off. I was like, yeah, that's Redman, man. Fuck out of here saying $1.50. It was on some shit that night, but it was a dope night, man. I love having this podcast. You know, you get to talk about dope hip hop events and stuff like that, man. And that's the thing, 50 years of hip hop, we still celebrating that shit all day, every day, all day, every day. So that was the part of that. I actually went to, Milwaukee yesterday, and they had 50-year hip hop, actually weekly celebration thing. I went and saw Fillmore Green. He was hosting an event. It was like it was a DJ. You write your favorite hip hop songs or something, and then the DJ play it. You know what I mean? And then it just ended up being a dope set. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about this song. Pretty like, what would we do? Yeah. And you throw that on. Well, it's like in the club, like, oh yeah, that's it. You know? Oh, be single then. You know what I mean? Like, people were just going through it. So that was pretty fun. And then, of course, Philly threw some bars out there. So it was cool to see that. And then later, Large Professor did this DJ set, which was pretty cool. He does all vinyl all the time. So it was all vinyl. He was going on anything. He was wilding. It was no control. You know, like, do what you want. That's exactly what he was doing. 45s, full vinyl. He was going crazy. So, yeah, shout out to Extra P. Shout out to Milwaukee. It was pretty cool being out there. I went to a comic book store, too, and got a couple figures, too. So.
Which shop you go to?
Shit. It was local. It was like the local. Story Wizards, it was like local story heroes of wizards. Yeah. Because it was right next to because it was right next to this other shop that I wanted to go to, but we got there by closing time, so that shit was closed. If I go back, I want to go back to those both shops. Yeah. So shout out to them, and shout out to everyone in Milwaukee that celebrates hip hop. So
for sure.
Moving forward, though.
Well, staying in the hip hop category, there's as of right now, labels are checking more for Afrobeat acts than they are for hip hop acts. Some are labeling it as hip hop is dead. I see it as a transition, personally. Just the world kind of catching up to Afrobeat. To me, it's always been a dope ass commodity app. It's almost as old, if not in some ways older than hip hop in terms of the building block of it culturally. It's always been big on the world music scene. America's just really catching up.
Yeah, that's true.
America's just catching up. I wouldn't even call it a death knell of hip hop. It's just that America's just now catching up because the world is becoming increasingly smaller, and so therefore culturally there are more things that we have access to. You know, like. When as the algorithms and stuff change and the AI changes in these devices, Spotify and others, I start to learn more music. Like just because you listen to one thing randomly that's like a song like, oh, you put on some what's that? That sounds good. And maybe it was something like a soca song, something that's outside your purview. But now, because of algorithm went out and said, hey, you listened to that the other day, here's something else, and I can honestly say it's expanded my musical taste.
Yes.
It's taking me outside my comfort zone, and I like that.
Right.
And so I just kind of see it as, like, everyone thinks when something new comes along, something old has to be phased out. Nah, it's labels out here for everybody.
Now, I'm going to disagree with that statement because I actually think, it's an intentional form of listening, and it's programming as well, right? Everything is programming. If the labels is not signing this, we signing that, then it's all programming. So I want to get into the conversation of. So you saying it was just a cool transition. I think it was purposely destroyed. And just for the fact of, and not to blame like NWA and nothing like that, but there was conscious rap.
Right.
It was gangster rap.
Exactly.
Then there's hip hop, backpacker, you know, then there's street rap.
Right.
And then, you know what I mean? Now it turned to like, the mumble rap and then the rap.
They were saying that online that a lot of the modern artists like trap and whatnot, their stuff isn't selling. They're not selling out arenas or ticket sales.
But then you got LL Cool J selling out. You got 50 Cent selling out.
Common
selling out.
50 years hip hop.
Conway about to get store. You know what I mean? It's like cats are still going out.
I just think things have changed in a way, and people just have to change, adjust with it, because hip hop is no longer the breadwinning, money-making thing that mainstream is because now you no longer have to put out music at the behest of labels anymore. So no one is belonging to labels and saying like, hey, look at me, sign me, put me on.
Right.
People are releasing their music on their own and finding their own audiences, which actually means greater dollars for artists' pockets because you are directly interacting.
So you get into your fans. So this is the thing I want to talk about, the pros and cons of all of this. So I like that. So now you can get more independent, more push behind your buck, more of, you know what I mean? This is my art, this is how I'm putting it out, you know.
You were more responsible for your rise and fall. And you can't say that, my label didn't promo me. No, you didn't promo me.
Right.
That's where things are these days. We know hip-hop no longer needs a label to get signed. Rock music hasn't needed labels God knows how long. It was people making music in their garage with that on 45 still going on tour.
True.
You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that I wish at times that hip hop had more of the punk rock spirit in its middle age.
Right.
That whole when we were too busy trying to get signed to labels, when punk rock was like, fuck it, I'm gonna travel around in this van and just do it. And if I feel like hip hop, if I don't, I don't.
Yeah.
Like hip hop somehow we had that in the 80s when it was real rough and tumble. And then in the 90s with the music biz, we lost that.
And we lost a lot of that. We lost a lot of the flow. We lost a lot of that. So, with that being said, hopefully, I mean, well, you know, that doesn't disencourage anyone making music. You still make your music. You still push your art. You still do what you gotta do. And this is better now because you don't have that overhead look. It's like what you said. You can tap into your own fans. You can tap into, you know, doing your own tours. You can sell all of that stuff up and make more capita income, greater value than what you would do with a label anyway. Because these labels ain't nothing but business loan, bad business loans.
Yeah, what the labels don't tell you is how to build your brand because they do it for you. And a lot of the unfortunate part about a lot of younger hip hop cats when this transition was happening, they still wanted to have things handed, like show me the way. When it was like, no, the old way is not it.
Right.
Like performing to get on for these labels, not it. If a label, like look at what Griselda did. No, zero label involved. Zero label involved.
Now you can't get West Side out of Paris. Get your ass out of Paris.
And when they finally signed deals to labels, they signed deals that were beneficial to them. Short-term money-making deals, like, hey, I'm signed to your brand right here, because you can get me in front of these people over here. Okay, thank you, them. That was great. That was great 2 years. We was great. Shady Records, we was great, and now back to Brazil.
Right.
That's what they did, and that's what people can do. You just have to believe in your brand, push your brand, push. And so when people say I can't get a deal because Afrobeat came out, no, that's not why you can get a deal. That doesn't affect your status. That's just the latest thing that the labels have jumped on because it's blowing up worldwide. That's all it is. It's just the current. It's the new hot sneaker.
Right.
It's the new hot sneaker. It's because Afrobeat has been here, and if it's popular now, it'll die. It'll go back down. I mean, remember when swing music became popular for like 2 years? Everyone was like, "My old number 5." That shit. Everything happens. And those are definitely forms of music deserve their own lanes to be respected, but everything happens in waves, nothing really dies, it just changes, and people never prepare for the change. The change is what people aren't prepared for.
I like all that music. I don't know. I'm Belizean in my blood, so you know what I mean. All that Caribbean music, I'm good with. Grew up to all that stuff. And there's a lot of cultural things too. And yeah, it's like what you said. Open your palate. You know, it's time for you to and listen to different stuff, man. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna try my bonds now.
So I don't really give me crap listening to psychedelic music all the time. He's like, what is that strange shit you listen to? I was like, King gives it in the lizard list. You're on my level.
All right.
You're on my level.
On that level up, son. You know? So moving forward, just another transition to the whole music phase thing. BET was selling, or was it rumors that Paramount was selling?
They were selling
It's on the market.
So it's on the market.
Yeah, just like ESPN is on sale from Disney.
Right. So anyone just come up with the
But the problem is, like any other cable stations, the depreciating asset, because we're now moving to a world where cable, like for the first time, cable viewership is under 50%.
Well, and here's the thing.
No one watching TV and cable like that anymore.
Not even that. BET has not had successful programming outside of award shows that I'm aware of in a long time.
Yeah.
Like now, if it's a good show on BET, someone inform me. Let me know if it's something on there to watch.
But again, here's the thing: you're not gonna go. Oh, Thursday night I'm gonna go watch BET at 8:00 p.m. to watch the show.
No,
Probably don't do that anymore.
No,
what they probably need to do is go streaming or whatnot.
They have streaming
because the old cable way of doing things, that's going the way of the dodo.
But see, the craziest part with that is, even though they are in the streaming arena with BET Plus, and they do have some kind of original programming on there, it's like you're still caught in this whole whirlwind of other streaming platforms that's either showing the same or similar type thing, and it's either done better or it's either done worse than. And even if it's worse,
I mean, let's just talk about the champions themselves. Is Netflix and Disney.
Right.
You know what I mean? So those are two highest marketed that you're going to tap. Everything else is probably it's Max after that, and then you could probably in your head, Hulu was in there somewhere, right? So so you could probably calculate the top 5 in your head.
Here's the question right here: is there any programming on BET that's worth?
So let's all right. The channel itself depreciating value as we speak because of that. Lack of programming, lack of content that people was interested in, lack of everything. You know what I mean? Like you said, I'm not a Tyler Perry fan, never was. Right. Much respect to the brother.
I don't think Tyler Perry's buying it.
I don't think he's buying it either. And they sent how much they were selling it for? Like
$4 billion.
Yeah, well, it initially was lower than $4 billion. It was like,
it was a high number, but not worth what they're asking for.
No, it's not worth what they're asking for. That's the point. And it's based on what you said. Now, my question is, if someone buy it, could they change? What you gonna do with it? Could you change the content? Could you create better stuff and allow creatives to come in?
I think you can. It's just a matter of, do you want to take the risk of trying to grow from scratch? Not from scratch because you got the name slapped up there, but now you're saying like, okay, we're gonna change our content. So then you have expiring contracts that you'll probably end up saying, okay, once you get to this season, you're done.
Right.
Once you get this, you're done. You got to bring in the new. Are you willing to take a chance on the new? And do you trust the new? You got to make sure that the new is better than the old. Otherwise, you're just repeating the same mistakes.
Right.
Yeah. So what would it take? Because I can say this. I haven't watched BET since the New Edition story. When that last time, and that's because I was just greatly interested in New Edition because that was one of my favorite.
I saw Bobby Brown.
Yeah, so I didn't even watch the Bobby Brown. I was like, I saw New Edition, and I also saw Bobby Brown literally pick up cocaine out of his shoe on stage. Like, I'm good. Like, I know Bobby Brown's story already. Like, I know what happens here. So they have to do better. And to me, the programming that they have must not be good.
Because, it's like, when I look at the little previews and trailers and such like that, like, with Cos, I'm not a Tyler Perry fan like that. Half of the programming or original programming or whatever like that are Tyler Perry type shows. And any other show outside of that is nothing but another carbon copy of Housewives, this, hip hop, loving hip hop, that.
Yeah, like
Just the uncut renditions or whatever. And it's like, okay, that's all y'all got to offer. That's all
I used to
we
like
look like to
BET
y'all.
Uncut. That's the last time.
That's basically all it is.
that's back during the tip drill video.
Right. Here's my viewpoint, although I don't say it's radical, but
P popping.
right. It's kind of out there, like it may or may not work. My feeling is, if someone wants to buy BET, to me, they have to have a good plan, a vision of what they want to do to get the draw to get people.
Right.
Let's say if it was for me, I would do, first of all, for one, either limit or get rid of all the stupid ass reality shows.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, I would try to maybe, if possible, I don't know how much it's going to cost. You guys may know about this more than I do. Get a few of these classic sitcom shows from like the 90s or so, like Martin or Living Single, to be on that format.
FX is not about to help them.
Yes, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
FX ain't about to help them with the rights.
Right. You know, classic show, that's
Well,
one.
FX connected to Hulu like that, so that's a whole
Yeah,
other thing.
and
Yeah, I don't know.
And then they did the Martin reunion show, so that
Right.
means yeah.
Okay.
That's off. Martin's off the board.
But I'm saying this is an idea.
Yeah.
Make 2 or 3 original programming, like 1 or 2 new sitcoms, a drama show or a cop show, and something out there like. And really, to me, now 2023 should be no excuse. Maybe just a money issue. I always wanted them to have an animation studio. So want to do some really cool animation for BET Plus. I was yet to although all this is a big dice roll, to make 3 or 4 or 5 or so original programming, something a little bit out the norm they haven't done, but they know will grab people. You may have to even get certain celebrity stars to get the draw that you need to make this stuff. To make BET worth paying the price for and coming back for every week.
My issue normally with BET is that it always goes towards the stereotypical programming.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
unfortunately,
Sean, you're right. That's my problem.
Yeah, because
Now I'm saying for me, I would change most of their whole core vision. But I know I'll be the only one in the room
And
saying
they
that.
would lose what little money they have in doing that.
Yeah, and that's it. My way is a crapshoot and a gamble.
I like the crapshoot. I probably would rinse out, do a house flush, and hire more black animators, like you said. Now, because when you said that, well, I would probably go for black. I would try to go for like black version of anything. Because when you said that, I was like, man, I'll do a black Adult Swim. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just
right.
like
You got people out there.
This
That's
would
all
be your
mine.
premier joint. And Quiet's kept your premier joint if you was do something like that. Since Max don't want to pull the trigger, let Boondock season 5.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
I
I'll
wanted
do
to
some
have
shit like
animation
that.
for years,
Yeah.
man. And again, they're so limited in their vision.
It's Paramount, it's Viacom, bro. It's not.
Even with
it's
them
the
out the
powers
picture,
that be.
the vision is still
It's
always narrow.
But it was narrow when Reginald Hudlin had it. It was still narrow.
Still narrow.
Man.
It's just been a continuation of his same stuff under the Paramount Viacom.
Yeah.
So nothing changed
Nothing
when
changed.
Paramount Viacom bought it.
Right.
I was actually hoping they would change something. They didn't. It was the
I
same.
want their core vision to expand and change.
And to be honest, Reggie Hudlin ruined the Boondocks towards the end. So
He
I
did.
don't want him doing nothing
Nah.
else with it. He was the whole reason the creator didn't want to
Yep.
work with it no more.
Yeah.
So, like, do I want to see another season of Boondocks? Yes, but if
Not under that control.
not under Reginald Hudlin control.
Yeah, not under that control.
Give it back to Aaron.
Yeah, give it back to Aaron and let him do what
And
he's.
from what I understand, that was unfortunately just a bad business deal because he pretty much let Reginald Hudlin take control. Like, while he can still put out the strips and the comics, I think the show was under Reginald Hudlin's control.
The last season.
Yeah.
No, just in general, probably.
Just in general,
Yeah.
TV rights.
Yeah,
movie rights
right.
Are under Reginald Hudlin control.
That's why. Well, you can always find the DVDs and the old episodes on the Max and enjoy it. Because for real, that show was like telling the future, man. It was like one of those Chappelle. It was like Chappelle's show a little bit, man. It was telling a lot of things about social commentary that actually develop into the future. So man, yeah, man, it's a great show, great comic. Shout out to Aaron
First 3 seasons
and
on
Chicago
DVD.
based. You know what I mean? Chicago based cat. So you know it is what it is. So hey, BET any up, man? I don't really care. I was just sparking up a conversation.
You know what? I concur.
So let's get into some more interesting shit like this Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
Chicago-based.
Right.
Originally Midway Entertainment, now
Right.
NetherRealm Warner Brothers.
Ew.
And your boy used to go to the arcade where there was a Mortal Kombat test site. This is play for games.
This trailer's so dope.
Oh, this is the Shao Kahn trailer.
So this is the Shao Kahn trailer. So pretty much they're revealing more of the story, more of the characters that's going to be in there. In addition to the announcement of Homelander, and who else?
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Omni-Man.
And Omni-Man.
And someone else, I believe.
I want to see his fatality. So
I love the Jason Voorhees fatality when they had Jason.
Mortal Kombat 10.
Yeah, I like that
so
fatality.
are those characters still going to be in? Oh well,
No,
this is a
no,
redo.
it's a reboot. But they all have guest characters in every game now.
Right,
That's
right.
That's kind of a
Because,
thing.
you know, the last one, 11
Ow.
and
Oh, good
Schwarzenegger.
lord!
It's Terminator.
Yeah.
Wait,
Rambo.
he put him on the
Yes.
axe and
Yes.
then beat him. Oh my god!
Shao Kahn, I've never liked your ass, but yeah.
Yeah, who has? I mean,
He
it's the
talked in
soul.
the old game. He
He was
talked to
so
you when
slow.
he win.
He was so slow to me.
But he would talk shit to you as he's beating you in the old game.
Man, he just
Yeah,
came.
that was kind of brutal right there.
Yeah, well, the whole universe is rebooted. This is a new
Is that
story.
the
Yes. So I trying to remember how they changed her story. She was already.
So it looked like they got
He's
their
like a
own
warlord.
little thing going on.
Well, they were married. They were. They were a thing
Yeah, that
in
hair
the old
move
game.
was pretty good.
And this in the old game, he had killed the original king and took over, and she was his queen. Although they retconned it where he just came and took it, and she had to deal with it.
Oh,
And now the retcon was like she got secretly evil too, had no problem him killing him. Now in the reboot, she's already alive and the queen. And he's like this warlord. He comes around to, I guess, try to take over the outworld. Because in the old game, she was dead and then she was reincarnated. And she became evil when she came back to life. And so now in the new game, Raiden is human. He has lightning powers. So like Liu Kang and Raiden's their positions in this universe
They
now
switched.
switched.
Okay.
So Liu Kang.
Liu Kang is a god and Raiden is a human who's being trained for Mortal Kombat.
oh, that's man. I'm gonna.
I just want to read the story. Just
Like the lore, you're probably like, this is my only issue. I just have sometimes they just do
I just
characters
wanna read
kind
the
of
story.
dirty.
Why is that? Why you mean?
Because like in the last game with Kodokan to me is a really cool character, and they kind of really punked him out in the game. And some characters just kind of get punked out like that, or they do them kind of real dirty. And some fans do not like the Sindel retcon. I kind of agree, but I'm not that invested to care that much. But I understand their frustration.
All right. Well,
Even Shao Kahn got a new look too.
I see.
His look is really different.
I see. More human like. I guess they're gonna eventually transition to movies too. To a good movie.
Yeah,
I want a
just
good
transition to a
Good movie.
Yeah.
I don't need you to mimic the storyline of the game. Just give me a good story.
If you do stuff from the game, at least do it right. Don't do something stupid like we'll give
Dude, riding on man, hold up.
That's rating, bro. Yeah. Now the new game.
So you get a tag team?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you ever seen the tag system? Yeah, they got a tag system. So you
I
get
haven't
characters
played.
from like the old games in their old suits as a tag partner.
Who is that guy?
I don't know who that guy is. He's from like games. Yeah.
I just like mostly his attack was one handed.
Yeah, right.
Here's your boy Raiden.
Ooh,
That's
wee,
an attack.
ooh, wee.
Christ.
Oh, that hurts. I'm calling the Cairo. Dude, look at that. Nah, man, this look dangerous. So,
Although I'm not impressed with the tag feature, but I'll give it a shot. So
Oh,
that's
he
Kentaro.
redirected
Yeah.
that back. Oh, that's pretty dope.
That damn Kentaro. My only gripe with this is I don't like playing fighting games with tag characters, and the characters are not playable. I did with that Marvel's Capcom 1, with the characters like Thor being in the game.
Yeah,
They were the tag
yeah,
character
yeah.
only, and that's it. They were an assist, and that's it.
well, those
And that's
are
in this.
those are assist moves. So you know you don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was
Wow.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Get your four ups.
Whoa, put the quarter up.
We all sat here like,
Whoa.
I got his name back from Mortal Kombat too, and I know MK.
Quan Chi and
That's a guy from Mortal Kombat 10. I forgot his name.
Holy moly, man. I felt like I was fighting that game myself. I felt like I lost, but yo.
you get that Omni-Man Peacekeeper match.
Yeah,
I want to see what
man, I want to see what Omni-Man. Yeah, I want to hear all
I'm
of
curious to
that.
see what they're talking to.
Man, I hope they get weird with Homelander, man. I want to see what he gonna do.
He's making him have something silly to say. I know.
Oh yeah,
Corny, he gonna do the dance and everything. I know.
Right. If he don't do the dance,
I wanted John Cena to do the mocap,
well, he's doing the voice.
He's doing the voice.
You know
but
that.
he probably did the
He
mocap.
probably did mocap.
So, and that means
Hey, John Cena's agile enough to do anything.
But overall, I think if you're a general fan of Mortal Kombat or similar fighting games, I think you'll probably like MK1. Me, I'm on the fence, but as you see, they got stuff that's actually pretty cool and really impressive. So, I think
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I like the story. I like some of the gameplay because usually Mortal Kombat got the same old thing for each
I like it
character.
still got it to me, but
Yeah, but I see a little
It's better,
individualism with certain characters. Like,
Well,
old girl
it's not
had
that-
hair moves and
it's
dude,
more of the animation. I've never been.
it's repetitive.
It's not repetitive. It's like their animations like that. Their kung fu fights are like
Right, yeah.
But they were supposed to be more on the kung fu. They were supposed to have that,
No, it's stiff. It's like the way they move is really stiff and kind of funky looking. Like they did in a running gag with the Terminator. He's in the last thing, how he kicks and looks weird and stupid. Like you wouldn't make that kick in real life.
Fair
But
enough.
overall, it's still relatively a good time regardless. It's just my gripes with the game. And I'm a Capcom
It's
guy.
Corey Gripes, y'all.
It's Corey Gripes.
Corey Grimes.
It's Corey Gripes. So you take it.
with Corey Grimes.
So, all right.
But it's MK. Wouldn't be MK without it, I guess. So,
Yeah, you know, it's Mortal Kombat. So, you know, like you said, if you're a fan of the game, check it out. If not, there's still some new stuff on there for you to fuck with.
for sure.
And if you like the MK, the original stuff, some of the tag characters, MK1 characters come out in their old costumes and do stuff as assists.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
So, all right. Video game releases coming soon. Let's talk about the toys. You can see the table of toys. I got it all spread it around and
What is
stuff.
coming out?
Yeah,
Good
What
brothers.
is coming out?
In the realm of the Transformers Studio 86, they got new releases, or they announced new releases of Studio Series 86 Ratchet, Studio Series 86 Frenzy, and
and
the
Frenzy.
big one, Studio 86 Series Ultra Magnus.
Open.
This ain't going to break
Deal with that.
Are up.
Right. The pre-orders are up. And this is like your animated, accurate Ultra Magnus. And he can even come apart like the infamous scene where Galvatron and them shot him to pieces.
Switch terminate them.
Damn it, open! And this one's not pigeon toe either, people.
Well, he's not pigeon toed.
The other figure, he's pigeon toe.
Now, with this, like my whole thing about Ultra Magnus that I liked when he first came out is like it was like getting a bonus Optimus Prime.
Right. This don't.
No, the previous one does. But it's not the previous one does. This one's like the best Ultra Magnus you can buy.
But that's not the best if the trailer doesn't become.
Oh, here we go. It's a fair argument.
As a guy that has it, I can tell you this one's gonna be better.
But that was
Matter of fact, this guy review even sums it up with the compromises. I have it. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, but the new one's just gonna be better.
I should never have
Ultra
to
Magnus.
compromise on Ultra Magnus. He should always be bonus Optimus Prime.
his shoulder blade.
That's the one I got. Yeah.
I lost his shoulder blade, but this goes to Magnus.
That's the one I got. Yeah.
This Ultra Magnus.
I got 3 of those.
And this comes with the Optimus Prime. Well, I'm showing them, I ain't showing y'all. You know what I mean? This is Ultra Magnus. Y'all see it, yeah, focus camera. Focus camera, focus! So this is Ultra Magnus. This is the one.
Version.
All of this come off. You can transform. You have the regular Optimus Prime, and then it turns into the trailer.
Now the only problem with this version is the truck is very
Its
complicated.
shoulder. I don't know what
back,
happened. Shoulder.
and you have to pretty much with the trailer to kind of hide the fist, and the trailer doesn't turn either. It's just straight one big long truck. Just the newer version is just the better version.
So
It's mine is the Optimus. If the Optimus is a big deal for you, roll with that one. But if not, the new figure is way better than that.
I mean, that to me, that was my appeal as a kid. It was the
Or be a big fat nerd like me and get them both.
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
getting some-
because I was thinking, I already got this guy. I don't know.
But you want that. You want that.
Yeah.
You want that.
Maybe.
You want that.
He's a real car carrier. He's not a real car carrier.
Who?
I get that.
Who's a real car carrier?
This new Ultra Magnus, he's a real car carrier.
Put car on
No,
here.
no, no,
Put
no,
cars
no,
on
no. You
here.
can't put them in the only on top, not on the inside. This was like the original toy we were kids. You can pretty much put cars in him like a car carrier.
For real?
Yeah.
I can't put cars in.
Not on the inside, no.
He was inside me.
No. Because the back doors of the feet don't open. You can't put a car inside. There's no floor for the car to be level in. You can only barely fit like a Bumblebee size figure in there. The new one, you can fit like at least 1 or 2.
Which Ultra Magnus version is this? This from the Netflix cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the War for Cybertron Siege. Turn it around.
I like this
Turn it
car.
around. That Siege, I have that one.
Okay.
So I have the Siege, I have the Earthrise, and on the video I did last night, I have the Shattered Glass.
Oh yeah, you did. You went online last night and talked about what you did last night.
Yeah, I did a box opening for my Braun, and I brought out my Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. So I want a Delta Max from Diaclone. So it's a different color variation on that one. And he came with a comic book and everything. He has a replaceable head. He has a Shattered Glass head. He has an Ultra Magnus head, and I swapped it. I did my box opening video for him last night. I transformed him in the whole thing. And had a, and although I transformed him wrong on
did?
screen again, but yeah.
Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus.
Yeah.
Now what's the difference? So this is the new
No,
version of
No,
in these colors.
he's in the Diaclone color. So in the Diaclone, the Diaclone version of Magnus is called him Delta Magnus. So he's at the blue Optimus Prime. He has a red armor and black shoulder pads and all that. That's what I have. It comes with a comic book. So I wanted him because I want a Delta Magnus figure too. So I have my for all my Diaclone characters.
Those are not my hands, by the way.
And not mine either. So yeah.
It's on y'all now.
But he comes with
That
the
blister
Matrix.
pack at the tearing.
He comes with like
Hey yo, where you get this guy get his from? Where you get his from?
Right.
Y'all gotta watch it on the AliExpress.
No, this is an Apple Force exclusive. He comes with a sword, an axe, and a matrix, and his pistol,
Okay.
and a replaceable head too.
Okay. So is he evil?
Yes, and Shattered Glass, the Autobots are evil.
So it's Shattered Glass.
Oh, you've never heard of Red Shattered Glass?
It's-
Yeah, you never read the Shattered Glass?
Shattered Glass, everything's in reverse. The
Yeah.
Decepticons are good, the Autobots are all evil.
For real?
Yeah, I thought you knew, yeah.
I never read the book. There's books.
Yeah, there's tons of books, yeah, and they made tons of figures, yeah. So you can get a Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, or Shattered Glass Starscream.
So is he evil? Shattered Glass. Shattered Glass Optimus is
All
evil.
the
Yes.
robots.
All the-
Is there a Shattered Glass Megatron?
Yes,
Yes.
And he's good.
yes.
Yep.
Man, I want Shattered Glass
The
Megatron.
Shattered Glass Soundwave, like you can look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw them all. I just never. I thought it
Now,
was
some of
some
them I like,
fan
some I don't
toy
care.
thing.
Yeah.
I never thought it was a real actual book and canon books and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Like they came out with a Shattered Glass blur. I don't care if it looks kind of ugly to me.
What's wrong with Blur, man?
I don't like the Shattered Glass blur. I don't like his color scheme and the way he looked. I don't
This
love
nigga,
most of the Shattered Glass I don't really mess with, to be honest. Period. You would probably like this figure.
I don't know. I don't know. It's not Ultra Magnus.
But no, he has a swappable head. He comes up with an Ultra Magnus.
Oh, so you could just swap the
That's why I
Ultra
did on my
Magnus.
on my video last night. I took the demon head off with Ultra
I was in
Magnus.
Milwaukee. I didn't see it stream. I gotta go and check it.
They go and check it. Yeah.
People who check it, you know what I mean? Oh, so you get the full pack. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
IDW, Transform, Shattered Glass.
Yes.
Oh.
And it has light.
And IDWs?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
IDW.
going to do some.
And he has light pipe.
I'm going to order them books, man.
Yeah, the light pipe got
Gave
it.
me something to spend money for, thanks.
That's what I do.
Yeah, both of y'all. Now I got to read books and buy
You can't
toys.
talk, so.
Ooh, I have to read books and buy toys.
First world problems. Your first world problems. Sean Courts is all your fault.
I regret nothing.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man, it both
right.
heads have light piping on it. I don't care. Look, their light piping on those figures I didn't care for. Other figures have better light piping than that. Because the reason why, because his eyes are red, but the figures have already red. It kind of doesn't even out the end.
I don't think no one.
We get washed out.
I don't think girls like light piping either. So when it comes to y'all gotta make sure y'all put in the work. That's all I gotta say.
Light piping is dope, man.
Light piping is not.
Light piping is dope.
No one like light piping.
Yes, they do.
I don't think anyone likes light piping.
Light piping is dope, man.
I'm stuck on the.
Like on the joke, light piping.
I caught the joke.
Shut up, God.
No one like light piping.
Shut up. Oh, shut up.
This nigga wanna argue.
You can't judge me, boy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No one likes light pipe. Yes, they do.
All y'all fly nerd.
That was good.
Guys, when you're a stinker. So, all right, man, that's enough for toys. Time is running out. Time is running out.
Doctor Strange 3, apparently.
We gotta talk about this time, man, because this dude Kane, man. Where Kane, man?
You got 5 of them from what I see.
Right.
More to come. Kane, man. Nah, he coming back, bro. Y'all thought he was gone.
So they had to announce something.
He had to go back in time and fix his case.
Right.
Another one. So he's coming back, and the lead into the Avengers Secret Wars is actually interesting. So this is all internet rumors. We don't know if it's true or not, but you know, you go online and you see a whole plot. You might see a whole script online nowadays.
If it's even real.
Kevin Feige, I'm ashamed of you, man. You letting all this information out, man. What's up with you?
No, it's not people making this stuff up. Get clicks.
Well, people leaked the Deadpool thing. They was on set.
I mean, that was a photo, but the other stuff that
Dude, so you get a Matrix in the board.
Forward and X. Yeah.
That's tough. Okay, but anyway, time run out. So time run out is supposed to be a story for Doctor Strange 3 that leads into the Avengers Secret Wars. And this is where they're taking place. Clea, what's her name? Clea.
Yeah.
She was in Doctor Strange 2. She was at the end, played by
Charlize Theron.
And yeah, they gonna go in space and time and figure it out. But I don't have too much input on this story, so which I asked my comic book expert friend, one of my best comic book expert friends.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're gonna try and squeeze in the Avengers Time Runs Out storyline, which led to the Secret Wars story itself in the comics. That's a lot to squeeze
So
in.
this Hickman, right?
Yeah, this is Hickman-based stuff.
Okay.
This will be a lot to squeeze in, though, in one film. So I'm gonna say they're probably taking the name and maybe the tone of the series, because there's no way they can do
the whole
like include everything that's in there. But I think the fact that both Carol Danvers and Sam Wilson were prominent characters in it, and given their position in the Marvel Universe currently, I think that it thematically they're gonna follow some of the tone and some of the ideas, but it's probably gonna be its own thing.
Now, when did the story come out?
Oh wow, this was 2015. Yeah, 2015. Yeah, 2015.
So it was a lead-in story for the whole crossover event
Mhm.
in the Avengers book?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was an Avengers book. It's called Time Runs Out. It's a series. It's pretty much a showdown between the Avengers and the Illuminati over the incursions.
Oh, okay. Wow. So
Because this is what eventually led to.
Look at the train. Hey, name on. Chill.
right.
Chill, G. What are you doing?
Steve, this shit is your fault.
This is pretty much what a lot of this led
You
into.
bury your daughter? Yeah. Name on was a G.
Yeah.
G
A
everywhere.
lot of this led into when Thanos formed his group to deal with the incursion. Remember Thanos, Doom, Namor, and others were going around. Molecule Man were going around trying to also stop the incursions.
Ooh, I'm gonna do a toy shoot with that team. Wow.
So yeah, this was all about that. Yeah, they had to knock Cap because Cap wasn't rolling what the Illuminati wanted to do.
Cap always not rolling. He always not rolling with nothing.
But he had a good reason. They were about to generate incursions in order to stop an incursion. They were like, if we generate more incursions.
Well, yeah,
So
that's
Cap's not on sport for loss of life.
Yeah, that's risky.
We don't trade lives.
Yeah, we don't trade lives. Yeah, so he was not on board with that. So this is all the stuff that breaks down and leads to Secret Wars.
Okay. So hopefully Doctor Strange 3 gets some glimpse of that and lead to what they're gonna do Hickman. So they doing Hickman
I mean, if they're doing it sounds like that's where they're leading to, which it seems like once again it'll be a bastardized version of it, because once again there's no way you could do his full Secret Wars,
right,
because a lot of those characters aren't even introduced yet, and they're and the concepts of what happened are so huge that you have to do a different scope for the movies.
Right.
You have to do a different scope.
Now I want to read this.
Because you're not going to have like Ex Nihilo. Ex Nihilo is nowhere in the current Marvel universe.
He's somewhere around.
It's like you don't have those characters. You don't have like a lot of those cosmic characters that play a role in time runs out. Hyperion's not around.
Right.
You know, it's like it's. So while are they going to do Doom and Molecule Man without having Doom introduced yet? Are they going to do Reed's importance to this without Reed being introduced yet?
In the MCU proper.
Now, granted, they could probably do the Illuminati versions of them because you could probably kill them off easy and get away with it like they did in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
But this is a heavy story with a lot of so for them to shrink it down, they're really shrinking it down. That's why I think they can only take name and tone in certain parts. Because they're not going to be able to accomplish what that is.
Okay.
They're just not in place for that.
I want to see Doom.
Yeah, they don't have a current T'Challa, and he's a big part. He's a big part of this. They don't have a Beast. Beast is a big part of it.
X-Men yet.
Yeah, they haven't even done X-Men yet.
Right.
So I think they're just taking the theme of the story and some of the tone.
That's what they're gonna have to do. Because like you said, it's gonna be a bastardized, scaled down version. Or swap characters. Even still, like most of the characters you write are not even established yet or in the universe currently to do probably remotely half of the story on screen.
Exactly. It's gonna be it's while they can do the Celestial, you can take Galactus out and replace him with another Celestial.
Right.
You still don't have the Beast who initiated some of this. You don't have Reed who's initiated some of it. You don't have them making those choices that they're like Reed makes a choice right here, like I'm gonna destroy other Earths to save my home. That's the heaviness of the story.
They might gonna give all that to Doctor Strange.
Yeah, they may do it.
They probably gonna give him that weight of the world because he's the only one capable of those responsibilities, I would say.
And he kind of needed too. So.
And you gotta give him something to do as well. And
Hank Pym is involved in this.
Right. So we'll see, and we'll see where this leads because the movie world universe is way different than the comic book universe. The comics is way vaster than the movies. So we'll see what they got, what the players they got, and we'll see what they do.
Yeah, like I said, I think they'll probably take tone and theme.
Yeah,
and then everything else is
up to them.
Yeah, it's up to them.
Okay, well, that's what's up, man. So any little added things y'all want to add before we cut this controller off?
Speaking of MCU, I think one drawback there
The Fly Nerd Tidbits.
another Corey gripes. It's an,
What else was behind my kids?
so I do feel like they're taking a little bit too long to bring in the mutants. Even for stuff like this, they're taking a little bit too long to bring out the mutants out. But I don't want them to rush it.
Well, that's a whole conversation in itself because they said Marvel was going to, there's a rumor, Marvel was going to cancel shows for Disney Plus. They was going to focus more on cinematic things. So if you're going to do that,
I don't believe it.
well, if you're going to do that, then, you know what I mean, I kind of agree with Maxie, man. Get to the point. You know what I mean? Stop playing with these lead-up things and just get to the point. Because like you said, you don't see mutants.
Right now.
You can do a mutant story, like, off the top somewhere else.
Right, I feel like taking a long time with it.
Before it gets to the realization, you get abandon the mutant series.
For now, it's nothing.
Do it dark. Who was the first mutant or something? Just go ahead.
How
It was
about,
Namor.
how about this? Just do
Well-
do a 5 to 6 episode thing called X. Have it be Xavier finding the first 5
There
original
he is,
X-Men.
man.
You don't even have to have a
Bro,
whole lot of action. You don't even have to have
that's
a
it.
whole lot of villains. Just
Nah.
have him discovering, have him
Yeah.
making that choice. Even
Yeah.
I'll even give you one other thing. You have first episode 1 start with him and Kane, Marco, his stepbrother, in the jungle. When he loses his ability, loses his way.
Mm.
So that
There
way,
you go.
that would feature Juggernaut origin. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can build the world through Xavier's eyes. You can build the world through Xavier's eyes, and just have it really be about him getting crippled and then him making the decision to form the X-Men. And one episode with a conversation with
Magnus. Woo!
All you need is one episode.
And they playing chess. It's
Right,
real
they
simple.
playing
Really
chess.
simple.
Have it be after Charles has started picking out his first 5.
Yeah.
And even make it better, you can even go, for those who know X-Men lore, have him go see Calvin Rankin, the Mimic first. 'Cause that was supposed to be one of the original 5.
Yeah.
So have him find a mutant that's out of control that can become a villain. Because Calvin Rankin's
And let
jealousy
that
of
push.
the-
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lastly, I don't know if they go up in the TV show, show the mutant hysteria and why it can be scary. Like the one story in Ultimate where the one kid woke up and he realized the entire town was dead. And throughout the comic, you find out it was his fault. The mutant ability kicked in. And Wolverine on a mission for S.H.I.E.L.D., he had to take the kid out.
Now that's what I would call like what they show? What was that show they did with the Beast? It was a one shot.
Oh,
Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
Now that type of stories,
Especially.
I would have a whole anthology.
I mean, that's fine. That's
No, because it could be like mutant findings or something.
But
And they
show why they're-
classified stories.
Exactly.
And you could go through the stories and it'd be shit like that. Where it's dark, it doesn't include Wolverine or Cyclops or none of the top 5 stuff that you're trying to market.
That should be
Of course, let me talk, man. So that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. Use those type of stories where you could build the whole mutant lore. It's not about the X-Men. It's about mutants in the lore.
Yeah.
And let them be exposed because we know about the Avengers already. Avengers, they got powers, but they're not interested like the mutants. The mutants are the motherfuckers, man.
Oh, yeah.
So I would do, like Sean said, like you said, do both. Do these mutant stories, these unexplained mysteries. I'll do it just like unexplained mysteries or something, like all this weird phenomenon coming out. And then do the Charles. We gotta get
I mean,
Charles.
you can. There's a way to do what you suggested within X-Men lore because you can just take some of the side characters' roles, like Trish Tilby, the reporter that did the Beast at one point.
Oh, yeah,
have her
right.
be a podcaster.
Yeah.
Have her be a podcaster tracking unexplained mutant-based phenomena. And then there's your show, right? There's your little anthology for that. Then you do the Xavier show with him finding the original 5, and then you can do the movie right there with the original 5 because there's no reason for them not to do the first 5.
Nah.
no.
I know Wolverine's popular. I know I want to see Storm. I want to see a new Storm too. But to be honest with you, that in the tech they have available to them, it is no reason not to do Beast, Cyclops, Marvel Girl, Angel, Iceman,
Yeah.
and I would even be okay if y'all went ahead and made Hank McCoy black. bam.
Fly nerds, hire us.
Hey,
Hire us. He got a whole season. There you go. There you go.
Show the mutants why they're a problem and why they're scary in the MCU.
But that's the whole gist of those type of stories, and then that is showing the good, the bad, and the ugly of the mutants, and make sure that you make that. I tell that story right,
And
man.
then just like they have the Sokovia Accords, which ends up being the Superhero Registration Act. How you bring in the first X movie, the Mutant Registration Act.
Yep.
I said it in She-Hulk.
Mutant Registration Act. That there's your hook right there. 'Cause that gives the government a reason to create the Sentinels, or gives whoever's writing it to use Orcus way ahead of everybody else. To do Orcus before anybody else. To have Orcus on screen before anybody else.
Nah, you got to do it because you got to bring that horror. You got to bring that. Mutants lose, bro. And,
pretty
dude.
much.
You got if you're gonna bring them on screen, you gotta kill them too.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
story.
I mean the Morlock Massacre should be somewhere around there.
Yeah.
It just needs to.
Stakes need to be high.
I actually think the Morlock Massacre is something you could do 2 to 3 movies in, because as the population of mutants grows over the years, there will be those who turn to the sewers to take on the role of the Morlocks.
Right.
Because where does a homeless mutant go? To the
To the sewer.
To the sewer.
Where you think they're gonna
to
go?
the sewer. And so then you could build that whole thing up. You can even start that in some of the early films where Callisto is going around
Yeah.
recruiting people,
Yeah.
like saying, "Hey, you're homeless, you're a mutant. I can keep you safe
I keep you
in the
safe."
sewers."
Right.
Because they were safe for years in the sewers. That was the whole point of the Morlocks. They were like, "Fuck up there.
Right.
We done made it safe down here. We done used our powers to make it nice in the
And we're
sewer,
good.
and we good in the sewer."
Not bothering y'all.
And not bother y'all. But that was Mr. Sinister who did. No human was involved in that. That was
Right.
That was Mr. Sinister. Like, hey, go clean them sewers out for me.
Mr. LeBeau? Hi, sir. I'd like to hire you.
Yeah, and Remy, yeah, we need your services. They left Gambit to die after they found out he was a part of the Morlock. They left him stranded in the snow.
Yep.
They were like, bye, Remy. Like, you die out here.
Yeah, you go home.
It took him a minute to win back that trust. He was armed.
Took him a while.
Yeah.
So he was rolling with Sinister. Was he under control or was it?
No, he was hired.
He was hired. He was hired by Sinister to find the location of the Morlocks.
Before he's an X-Man.
And then Mr. Sinister sent the Marauders in. But it was Gambit that discovered the central location of the Morlocks.
And this was before he was an X-Men.
Before he was an X-Men, they hired it. It was a job he was hired for.
Yeah, he was Marauder.
And he kept hiding that from the X-Men. And
That's what he was hiding.
yeah, that was a big secret. Is that he was responsible for the Morlock massacre.
So when they find, how they find out?
They were having another conversation with it's called the Trial of Gambit. It came out and
Oh yeah, okay, damn.
Warren was pissed.
everyone
After pissed.
everyone was pissed.
Warren, I think he had got impaled. Wing got.
Yeah, that's how it became our danger.
Right.
Yeah, that's the one time that we got to see X-Men villains really fall to an Avenger, because Thor killed Sunder for pinning up Angel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Thor Artie from who was being taken care of by X Factor, he escaped the tunnels, and who does he bump into when he comes up? Thor, and he's like, "Help! We need help down there." And Thor went and saw all the death and got pissed. And then the Marauders were like, "Hot damn, the Avenger! Let's take out an A-class guy." And Thunder ran up, and Thor was like, "Boom!" And then Whirlpool was like, "Shit!" And Sabretooth was like, "No."
You come and do the damn Avengers. Get your ass in this car.
Yeah. No, Thunder caught it with one hit. Thunder caught one hit. It was a great moment. He straight up ran up. He was like, "I've been killing X-Men all day. What's an
Right,
Avenger?"
yeah.
Boom. Nope. Yeah, even
Damn Avengers and shit.
Even Sabretooth wild ass took off.
His dad was made Sabretooth run.
Yes,
Oh no, he ain't no dummy. He ain't no dummy.
not dumb.
Yeah, he know when he crossed the
and
line.
Thor had full armor on at the time.
Yeah.
It was like he had armor Thor And he just realized how pissed, like, Thor, this was back when Walt Simonson was writing Thor.
Yeah.
So this was battle rage.
Yeah, Thor was
and
ready for every battle ready,
Yeah,
war ready.
As a matter of fact, the Marauders had to clear the tunnels because Thor was using lightning to scorch all the bodies, and he was like, I don't care who gets caught in this. Like, this is a travesty. So he just sent lightning to incinerate all the dead. And he was like, if a Marauder gets caught, fuck him.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn, Thor was on the G. Baby.
Oh yeah, look, that was during a time where Hela had cursed him with brittle bones, and so he was in all.
So he was just mad.
Yeah, because he had she gave him full on immortality, the cannot die, cannot be killed type immortality, not just like his long-lived God stuff where he would eventually expire. Mm-hmm. And she also cursed him with brittle bones, which is why he was wearing armor, because he could feel that pain all the time. So he was just walking. He was just a walking pile of broken.
Wow.
Yeah. Because she also slowed his healing down. She's like, I want you to feel every agony.
Waititi, I hope you're hearing this. I heard Thor 5 need a more stronger villain than Hela. No, Thor 5 need a stronger director that's going to tell these damn stories of the real Thor. I don't want to see Thor busting splits and doing no slapstick comedy. I want to see Thor going through some godly, powerful shit. Like, that's some shit I would like to see. A broken Thor, a real broken Thor. It's just a suggestion, but yeah, man.
I think that's enough tidbits.
Yeah, there's enough gripes.
Gripes and tidbits.
Gripes and tidbits. It's been a dope show, man.
Dope show. Fun.
Love the Fly Nerd Group, man, when we get together. We do this shit. So, all right, so where can we find you and your photography?
Oh man, you can check me out on CCW_78 on Instagram. I post some of my stuff on Facebook under my real name, trying to see what's in. But hit me on CCW78 underscore 78. Just hit me up on all the photography-ish and hook me up or hook you up.
Word.
And your boy Corey Green is on Instagram at Green Lantern 619 on Instagram. I post a lot of my toy stuff there. As far as the gaming side, I'm on Twitch, Green Lantern 99 on Twitch.tv. I'm also on Twitter, CT_Simon. You see more Corey gripes and funny stuff and clips and other stuff on there. And you'll be surprised what I post there. And I hope to see you guys soon. Please support.
Yes, sir. This is Cosmo Black, this Southside Cos G on Instagram, Fly Nerd Group Instagram page. Got the Fly Nerd Group page. If y'all football fans, y'all need to go ahead and plug into the Facebook page because we definitely got the Fly Nerd Fantasy Football ran by Fly Nerd Chef. You know what I mean? Jason, so you know what I mean? Holla at him if y'all want to get into the league and get into the football thing. We will be corresponding, talking football stuff, you know what I mean? Little football tidbits, you know what I mean? And moving forward from that, so catch me there, follow, share, subscribe to this page, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you see Fly Nerd Group, just press the blue button or whatever, you know what I mean? Just press the blue button, man, you know what I mean? And tell your friends about us. Got more podcasts coming up, but then I'm not going to leave my partner in crime out.
Well, Coach E Soul Star, the weird one. The weird guy.
We're all the weird ones, mister.
Yeah, all weird. You can catch me at SOULFOTO on Instagram. I plan to get back to posting sooner than later. And you can catch me on there. I'm all over the internet. So once you find me there, you find me everywhere. It's kind of real easy. Go to that one page. I got games to host, and I actually have developed, for those who are interested in Dungeons and Dragons, such a monk subclass based on the music of the Wu-Tang Clan.
There you go.
I shared it with Ambi. I got approval from Ambi that it was dope.
That's
I
dope.
was sharing it.
Shout out to Andy Warhol. Bring your black hands. Where is Andy Warhol? Listen. Where is he?
Get a milk card now.
Yeah, we gonna get. I'm serious. We're gonna get a milk card with Andy picture on it.
Andy gets in action on one of the X-Men.
Right.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I think we out of here.
We out of here, man. So I'll just say 2 fingers. Catch us next time, and we'll be doing fly shit, man. Peace.
True.
2 fingers.
Adios. I'll make some food, mama.